Talking about sex can feel awkward, yet it's the key to unlocking intimacy and pleasure in our relationships. When we avoid these conversations, misunderstandings fester, resentment builds. We miss out on the joy of a truly connected sex life. Think of it like this: how can we expect our partners to know what we desire if we never tell them? How can we navigate the complexities of desire without open communication? The answer is simple: we can't. Opening these lines of communication is the first step towards a more fulfilling and passionate relationship. It's about creating a safe space where both partners feel heard, respected, and cherished. Imagine trying to have a serious conversation in a crowded, noisy room. It's nearly impossible. The same goes for discussions about sex. Choosing the right time and place is crucial. Find a moment when you're both relaxed and can give each other your undivided attention. Maybe it's after dinner, cuddling on the couch, or before bed. The key is to create an environment where you both feel safe and comfortable being open and honest. Remember, these conversations don't have to be long or overly serious. Even short check-ins, like whispering something you enjoyed in your partner's ear, can make a world of difference. Talking about sex should be an exploration of each other's desires, a journey where both partners feel comfortable and open. It's not about interrogating or putting each other on the spot. Approach these conversations with curiosity, not a court session. Think of it as a shared adventure where you both get to learn more about each other. Instead of saying, "You never do this," try saying, "I wonder if we could explore this together." This way, you invite your partner into a dialogue rather than making them feel defensive. Use I statements to express your feelings and needs. For example, instead of saying, "You always want to try new things," you could say, "I feel a little unsure about trying that, but I'm open to talking about it more." This approach helps in expressing your own feelings without making your partner feel attacked. Remember, the goal is to understand each other better, not to place blame or make demands. It's about creating a space where both of you can be honest and open without fear of judgment. When you approach these conversations with curiosity and respect, you create a safe space for both of you to be vulnerable and explore your desires together. This safe space is crucial for building trust and intimacy in your relationship. It's important to remember that these conversations are ongoing. They don't have to be perfect, and it's okay to make mistakes. What's important is the willingness to keep trying and to keep the lines of communication open. You might find that some topics are easier to discuss than others, and that's perfectly normal. Take your time and be patient with each other. The more you practice having these conversations, the more natural they will become. Over time, you'll find that you can talk about anything with your partner, no matter how difficult the subject might be. So, take the first step. Start the conversation. Be open, be curious, and most importantly, be kind. Your relationship will be stronger for it, and you'll both feel more connected and understood. Fostering a safe space for dialogue is one of the most loving things you can do for each other. It shows that you value your partner's feelings and that you're committed to growing together. So embrace the journey of open communication. It's a beautiful way to deepen your connection and to ensure that both of you feel heard, valued, and loved. Section 4. Honoring boundaries. Respecting each other's limits. In any relationship, boundaries are essential. In the realm of intimacy, they're paramount. Each person has their own comfort levels and limits. It's crucial to understand and respect them. Talk about what you're comfortable with and what you'd prefer to avoid. This might include specific acts, fantasies, or even the language you use to talk about sex. Remember, boundaries can change over time. Check in with each other regularly to make sure you're both on the same page. Section 5. The power of listening. Truly hearing your partner's needs and desires. Communication is a two-way street. It's not just about expressing your own thoughts and feelings, but also about being receptive to your partner's. This mutual exchange is the foundation of a healthy relationship. Talking about your needs and desires is important, but truly listening to your partner is equally crucial. When you listen, you show that you value their perspective and that their feelings matter to you. When your partner is sharing, put down your phone, make eye contact, and give them your full attention. This simple act of undivided attention can make a world of difference in how your partner feels heard and understood. Listen not just to their words, but also to their tone and body language. Often, what is not said can be just as important as what is spoken. Pay attention to their emotions and the subtleties in their expressions. Ask clarifying questions to make sure you understand their perspective. Questions like, "Can you tell me more about that?" Or, "How did that make you feel?" can open up deeper levels of communication. Reflect back what you've heard to show them you're truly listening. This can be done by summarizing their points or expressing empathy. For instance, you might say, "It sounds like you're really passionate about this project." Or, "I can see why that situation was frustrating for you." For example, you might say, "It sounds like you're feeling a bit anxious about trying something new. Is that right?" This not only shows that you are paying attention, but also that you care about their emotional state. When you listen with empathy and understanding, you create a deeper connection and foster trust. This trust is the bedrock of any strong relationship, allowing both partners to feel safe and supported. You're also better equipped to find solutions and compromises that work for both of you. By understanding each other's needs and desires, you can navigate challenges together and build a more harmonious partnership. Remember, listening is not just about hearing the words, but about understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. It's about being present in the moment and showing genuine interest in your partner's inner world. Make it a habit to check in with each other regularly. Ask about their day, their thoughts, and their feelings. This ongoing dialogue helps to keep the lines of communication open and strengthens your bond over time. In conclusion, truly hearing your partner's needs and desires is an ongoing process that requires patience, empathy, and active engagement. By making the effort to listen deeply, you show your partner that they are valued and loved, paving the way for a more fulfilling and connected relationship. Section 6. Consent, an ongoing conversation, not a one-time transaction. Consent is about more than just a yes or no at the start of a sexual encounter. It's an ongoing conversation that should be present throughout your entire relationship. Check in with each other regularly to make sure you're both comfortable with what's happening. Don't be afraid to voice your needs and desires, even if they change during intimacy. Remember, no always means no, and it's crucial to respect your partner's boundaries even if you've engaged in similar activities before. Consent is about feeling safe, respected, and empowered to make choices about your body. Section 7. Vulnerability, the bridge to deeper intimacy. Talking about sex can feel vulnerable. It's a topic that often carries a lot of weight and emotion. Many of us have been conditioned to feel shame or embarrassment around our sexual desires and needs. It requires us to open up and share our deepest desires, fears, and insecurities. This can be daunting, as it means exposing parts of ourselves that we might usually keep hidden, but it's in this vulnerability that true intimacy blossoms. When we allow ourselves to be seen and heard in our most authentic form, we invite our partners to do the same. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable with your partner, you create a space for deeper connection. This space is built on mutual trust and respect, where both partners feel safe to express themselves without fear of judgment. You show them that you trust them with your heart and your body. This act of trust can strengthen the bond between you, making your relationship more resilient and fulfilling. This doesn't mean you have to share everything at once. Start small. Begin with something that feels manageable and gradually build up to more significant disclosures. Share a fantasy you've been curious about. It could be something you've always wanted to try or something that has recently piqued your interest. Tell them something you find particularly arousing. This can open up a dialogue about your sexual preferences and help you both understand each other better. As trust builds, you'll find it easier to open up even more. The more you share, the more connected you will feel, and this can lead to a more satisfying and intimate relationship. Remember, vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. It takes a lot of courage to be open and honest with your partner, especially about something as personal as your sexual desires and fears. It takes courage to be open and honest with your partner, but the rewards are immeasurable. By embracing vulnerability, you pave the way for a deeper, more meaningful connection that can enhance every aspect of your relationship.